Hello and welcome to the Daily Mural for Tuesday, the 23rd of June, 2026. And it has been done. Second summer signing has been signed, sealed and delivered, and it is previously mentioned forward from French team, Rodez Taïryk Arconte. Arconte. I think it's Arconte. Arconte Spanish, isn't it? Arconte. For some reason, the French never pronounce the last letters of words. Very lazy people, aren't they? Very lazy people. Mill signed Taïryk Arconte. And this is from millfc.co.uk. They put this out about 7 p.m. in the evening. And there you go. 7:30, I think it was. There you go. Done. It's done. So the second summer signing. First one was obviously, was it Metcalf? And now a forward. So a central midfielder and a forward. Here we go, boys. Millwall Football Club is delighted to announce the signing of Taïryk Arconte. The 22-year-old Guadeloupean forward joins from Rodez AF on a long-term contract for an undisclosed fee. So if you wanted to know the fee, you can't because it's undisclosed. So there you go. Born in Guadeloupe, Arconte began his footballing journey in his homeland, progressing through the youth ranks of SSB Mahon, sounds like a ship, Stade Lamentinois and CS Moulin before returning to SSB Mahon. His performances earned him a move to France with AC Ajaccio, where he would spend 3 years developing his game before making a step up to Ligue 1 side Brest in the summer of 2022. A season-long loan move to Rodez followed for the 23-24 campaign, where the attacker gained valuable experience in Ligue 2. Arconte then joined Peu in 2024, be returning to Rodez on a permanent basis in the summer of 2025. The Guadeloupean enjoyed an impressive 25-26 season with the Blood and Golds, that's the nickname of Rodez, scoring 14 goals and registering 3 assists in Ligue 2. His contributions helped Rodez secure a 5th place finish and a place in the playoffs, where they would eventually bow out at the semi-final stage. So there you go. He's got pedigree of losing in the playoffs, so he will fit right in at Millwall Football Club. He has made 7 appearances for the Guadeloupean national team, scoring 3 goals for the Guada Boys. Interesting. You would think their nickname would be in French, but apparently they are called the Guada Boys. Oh, we're very pleased to bring Taïryk to the club, said Steve Gallen, Mill's director of football. We've been monitoring him for some time, and we're confident he's a right fit for where we want to go as a football club. Taïryk is a strong, quick centre-forward who wants to score goals. He's shown good things at Rodez, and we believe he has the attributes to keep developing at this level. Similar to when Derek first came in, we will all need to be patient with Ty. He's making a significant step, a different league, a different country, a different language. And these are real adjustments that take time, and we're prepared to give him that runway. This signing is a continuation of what we've been trying to do here, identifying and bringing in the best young talent available. Taïryk fits that profile, and we're looking forward to working with him. There you go. So again, if he hits the ground running, that's all very well and good. But we have seen with various players, even Femi Aziz, he didn't move to a different country. Well, I guess, Reading to South London, you could call it a bit of a culture shock, but he took a while to settle in. Camille Legley's took a lot of these players, they take like a season to get going. Derek came in, and he's again, he hit the ground running, which is why so impressed. Like 500k for that, for Derek. Is he like 19 years old, 18, 19 years old? Just insane, like how good he is at such a young age. Obviously not perfect, that's for sure. But yeah. So here we go. Now, obviously he is a forward. He will be judged on the goals that he scores or doesn't score. and maybe the assists that he makes, because he does seem to be a player that can play as a centre forward or out on the wings. So we will see. But there you go. And this came out this morning, so it's taken all day now. This is from leparisien.fr. His French website, the Le Parisien. If you don't know, Le Parisien, what would you... I guess that's kind of like the Evening Standard, in that it's a newspaper for Paris, much like the Evening Standard, or was supposed to be a newspaper for London. Obviously, was much more back in the day. Now, it's a shadow of its former self, isn't it? Now it's a free sheet. But the Le Parisien is basically the Evening Standard of Paris, and they put this up this morning. So Mercato, that means world, that's French for world. Then this has been automatically translated by my browser, so some things might be a bit off. After a big season in Ligue 2, Rodez player Taïryk Arconte will join Millwall Le Parisien. Author of 14 goals last season in Ligue 2, Rodez striker Taïryk Arconte will sign for Millwall in the Championship. A year after making his return to Rodez, fifth in the last Ligue 2 Championship, Taïryk Arconte is about to take a new step under contract until 2028. The 22-year-old striker will leave the Ruthenian club to take up his first challenge abroad. According to our information, the Guadeloupean international has reached an agreement with Millwall, who finished third in the Championship last season. The club from the suburbs of London will pay around 3 million. Oh, I thought it was undisclosed. 3 million euros to security services, whatever that is in GBP. Author of the most accomplished season of his career, with 14 goals and 3 assists, Taïryk Arconte has established himself as one of the most effective number 9s in the second division. Arriving in the UK on Monday, he has started his medical and will sign his commitment to Millwall in the process. He will be reunited with another former Rodez player, midfielder Derek Mazusako. So there you go. I mean, if he's as good as Derek, I mean, there you go. Have some of that. Obviously, gives Derek someone to talk to as well, don't it? He doesn't have to keep, talking to Tristan Kramer. But you see this now. Obviously, this was put up this morning, and everyone's seen it. And it blew up. It blew up throughout the day, and then finally the deal gets signed, sealed, and delivered. And Mill announced it, obviously just before the England game. But I told you about this. If you're a watcher of the channel, if you come back regularly, thank you so much for doing that. But you are being given information before it hits the public. Because this is the video I made. If you want to know about the guy, I talk all about him here. It came from the French newspaper Foot Mercato. They did it first. And this is it says 2 weeks ago. It's from Friday the 5th of June. So if you want to know about this guy, I made a video about him 3 weeks ago, Friday the 5th of June. Mill linked for French attacker, date for Murcia, and international lines and more. That's the title of the video. So it must be good, because Chat with Chaps said it was a good video in the comments. So there you go. Chat with Chaps, that Millwall podcast, Acting Millwall. A lot of very good Millwall channels are around and about now. So a lot of content. You love the content online. 3 weeks ago. It says 3 weeks ago. 5th of June. Friday the 5th of June. I told you about him. And now we are on the 23rd of June. It's happened. So there you go. If you want to know, watch the Daily Mill. You don't have to watch the whole video. Just skip through it. If any boring bit, I don't care. If it's boring, you switch it off. Watch the ones. What's going on here? All that stuff. I don't care. You watch it. You don't watch it. You want to skip this bit. You want to skip that bit. That's all good with me. But I did tell you 3 weeks ago. Now, this is interesting. This is no surprise either. SouthwarkNews.co.uk. Mill midfielder and possible Sheffield Wednesday return. I mean, was he ever a Millwall midfielder? I mean, I guess technically he was, but I mean, probably one of the most bizarre transfers ever. I would imagine. I think they were trying to channel. Back in the day, they were trying to channel, and it was the Dion Dublin loan. Remember that? And then he kind of did help us get into the playoffs, but it didn't work with Barry Bannan. So he's been up to Sheffield Wednesday. Of course, I think he clearly still lives up there, but he said something. So what's he said? Millwall midfielder Barry Bannan said there was a big chance he could return to Sheffield Wednesday this summer. Bannan, 36, joined the Lions from the Owls on an 18-month contract in January. The former Scotland international made 16 appearances for Millwall last season. 6 of them were starts. Alex Neil's side finished third to reach the Championship playoffs, where they lost 2-0 on aggregate to Hull City in the semi-finals. Bannan played 42 minutes over both legs. There has been speculation since the end of the season that Bannan would return to Hillsborough. He previously said he wanted to finish his career at the club, where he's made 477 appearances, 6 on their all-time list. Bannan was back in Sheffield at the weekend for the unveiling of a mural in the park. And, well, did I mention it was a mural of him? It was a mural of him near Hillsborough. He was asked by the Star, that's the Sheffield Star, whether there was any chance of a return. And he replied, "Yes, I think there is. I think there's a big chance. Obviously, I made it clear when I left that I wanted to finish my career at Wednesday, whether it was football, coming back as a coach, or somewhere along the line. So I don't think that we'll ever leave." Oh my God. The mural was planned by Bannon's wife, Chloe, and they were at the unveiling with their 2 children. She paid for it. No, did she pay for it? Like, what? It was Father's Day at the weekend, wasn't it? Maybe it was for that. Maybe it's like a Father's Day gift or something like that, but wow. Wow. What an ego. Not him, probably her, but I guess it's a nice little Father's Day thing, but a mural in public, not at your house or in your home, like a painting that you bring in and you put on your own bedroom wall. Like, you get someone to paint, do a graffiti thing on a wall. Bannan said, "As you've seen today, I've come here just to open up a mural for me, and you've got the fans, and when I was driving in, I didn't obviously know what to expect because my wife didn't tell me anything. So I was saying to her, is it closed off? Is it closed to the public?" And she was like, yeah, it's closed. Then I came in and there was loads of fans in. It was an amazing feeling. So this club and I will always have something, but as it stands at the minute, I've got another year at Millwall, and I have enjoyed my time there. Really? Again, this is just bizarre. Like I said, bizarre signing, bizarre situation. He's clearly going back. Obviously, it's the case of whether Millwall are going to be bastards about it and try and milk Sheffield Wednesday for all they can get. Obviously, they are under new owners at the moment, and they're not a tiny club. They are a big club. I think they've sold record season tickets this season, because obviously last season when the season tickets were on sale, they boycotted the club, and then they clearly knew that the club was in minus whatever points. They knew they were getting relegated, so they didn't buy season tickets for that late season. They're buying them for this season, when you think they would have a good chance to get promoted from League One. But this is just bizarre, because this is like the opposite of what you would get at Millwall. At Millwall, people are still digging out Jay Cooper. Whoever you are, Sheringham, Morrison, however many goals you've scored, so if Morrison misses a shot, it's, oh, fuck you, F this, calling him all sorts of names, digging him out, at the time and afterwards now online and all that stuff. And it's like, well, what about the 15 goals I scored? It's like, well, you missed the chance. So, anybody, obviously I didn't know back in the day, Kitchener and Cripps, I would imagine that they probably got the same treatment, surely. Because this seems to be ingrained in the club that it doesn't matter who you are, or how big you are, or how many games you played, or how many goals you've scored. Even now, Neil Harris, which obviously, the management thing, some of that was kind of justified with the way we were playing, to be honest. And apparently the rumours behind the scenes about the man management, the things that he said. But, I mean, everybody gets it in Millwall, whereas this guy, he seems to be like, blessed, the saint of Sheffield Wednesday. You will not chastise, you will not criticise, for he is blessed to play among us at Sheffield Wednesday. I mean, yeah, it's just a weird situation, isn't it? So, I imagine Millwall trying to get as much as they can, and then we'll see how we go. Now, here we go. We're going to finish with this. Now, I don't know what's going on here, because they haven't seeded it, or they haven't told us they're seeded it. Maybe they're going to seed it on the day. This has all been a bit haphazard, to be honest. This is taking place on Thursday. This is the Carabao Cup draw, if you didn't know. This is from EFL.com. Round 1 draw. And we'll get into it. So here we go, details confirmed. But they don't mention if it's seeded or not seeded. Now, normally it's seeded. But maybe they've decided, let's have it round robin. Let's have it open. Let's not seed it. So, the Carabao Cup Round 1 draw will take place live on Sky Sports News at 4:30pm on Thursday the 25th of June. Wow! As part of EFL's fixture release day. Yes, the fixtures will come out on 12, not 9:30, 12pm. Presented by Sky Sports' Dharmesh Sheth, former Bolton Wanderers and West Ham United midfielder Kevin Nolan will join former Ipswich Town and Nottingham Forest defender Luke Chambers in picking out the balls. Round 1 will feature 70 clubs, the 2 winners from the preliminary round alongside the other 68 EFL clubs, with the draw regionalised into Northern and Southern. As confirmed previously, Tranmere Rovers will host Rochdale on the 1st of August before Crawley Town travel to York City on the 3rd of August in the preliminary round, which has required due to participation of 9 Premier League clubs in European competition in the 26-27 season. We discussed that. Round 1 of the Carabao Cup will kick off the new season with ties set to be played over the weekend of 7th to the 9th of August. So yes, the weekend, it's not midweek, it is at the weekend, it's before the league starts. The weekend of Friday the 7th, Saturday the 8th and Sunday the 9th of August, it will be Carabao Cup Round 1. Okay? So maybe because of these special circumstances, they've decided to have it just as an open draw. I don't know. Obviously, I'm not one of the most probably unloved competitions in the history of English football. Been through various changes. It used to be 2-legged. They used to do that. I do remember that. So who knows maybe they have changed it. Maybe they want to make it like the FA Cup where you get giant killings. Now obviously you would assume if every draw is seeded against unseeded, then surely there's a chance for every team to be, every tie has a chance of being a giant killing. Well, no, not really, because it's kind of arbitrary, much of a muchness. And then with doing that, you don't get big teams against big teams. So let's go down, let's stop waffling, and we'll show you the numbers. So to show you what I mean, you can see it's not seeded. Now maybe when they get to the draw and they'll have 2 tombolas, and they'll have one for seeded teams and one for unseeded teams. But they've done the numbers alphabetically. So you've got Accrington number 1, Barnsley number 2, Blackburn number 3. So if they were to seed it, they would have to put, number 3, probably number 5, number 7. They would have to pick the numbers out and move them over, and then leave the other ones over and put them in 2 different tombolas and draw them out. So, but here we are. If it is an open draw, then the world is our lobster. Because I mean, look at number 34. Could it be? Could it be? Could it be? We've waited ages to play West Ham, and we end up playing them 3 times in a season. How about 4? How about if you get them in the FA Cup as well? That would be hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Everyone's scrambling for tickets, and then we get drawn against them in the FA Cup. But yeah, again, is it an open draw? Is it seeded? Well, again, this is supposed to be all the information ahead of the draw on Thursday, and they don't say if it's seeded or not, or unseeded. But these are the numbers. We're 17. Number 9. Again, but here's the kicker. Although if it's a weekend game, so I imagine it wouldn't be that much of a problem. Number 36, York City versus Crawley Town. And as mentioned, we don't find out who we play until the 3rd of August. They are playing on the 3rd of August. So our game will be on the 8th of August. If we play them. Obviously, if it's York City away, it will be on a weekend, so probably not that bad in terms of travelling to the game. But, who knows? We will wait and see if they've changed it to be like the FA Cup, an open draw. Maybe they're going to seed it once the Premier League teams come in. And then obviously that guarantees, basically if they start seeding it when the Premier League teams come in, that guarantees a Premier League team against a non-Premier League team. So again, that might have interest to some people. But we shall see. But yeah, on that note, thank you for watching and goodbye.